Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Daily Doc Talk. I am your host, Dr. Drew Timmermans. I'm here to give you some practical tips on how you can improve your sleep, improve your morning fatigue, and then therefore not be as wired and tired throughout the day. And a lot of this is going to kind of revolve around sleep hygiene. And the one thing I want to talk about today with sleep hygiene is removing excess blue light from your environment. And so the two biggest ways that I do that personally, and I recommend all my patients to do if they're having any issues with circadian rhythm or any sleep disturbances or morning fatigue, is to reduce the blue light coming from your phone and reduce the blue light coming from your computer screen. And so just a little physiology recap. When light hits your eyes, it's specifically the blue wavelength that is going to tell the brain that it's daytime and tell the brain to produce cortisol. And so in the mornings, that's a really good thing. We want to get sunlight on our face so that way we can tell our brain, hey, it's morning time, start pumping out more cortisol and, be awake and functioning through the day. But as the evening comes, all this artificial light that we're getting exposed to, whether it's in the building we're in or if it's from your phone or your computer, that can tell the brain that it's daytime, when in reality, we need to start having that cortisol to come down so that way you can sleep better in the evening, because the decrease in cortisol is going to allow that melatonin to rise. And so first thing you're going to do is, whether you have an iPhone or an Android, is you're going to remove the blue light from the screen in the evenings. Thankfully, the iPhones and the Androids have this built in now. And so the Androids have a blue light filter in them. Mine on the Samsung Note 8 is just when I scroll down from my top draw screen, it's going to be right there. You might have to go through and find it in the settings if you have a different phone. But essentially you want to set that to be sunset to sunrise. Again, it will use your location and it will adjust for that. And then in terms of the intensity, my recommendation is to go max intensity. And so your screen will look red in the evenings, but that's fine. Don't stress about that, because again, we're doing this for a health reason. And so who cares if your Instagram scroll looks a little red and not the normal white. So if you have an iPhone, you're going to be looking for night shift mode. And this is basically the same thing. They just named it something different to try and distinguish themselves, like a lot of Apple products and things like that. So that's the first thing you're going to do. The second thing is you're going to install, and I'll have a link in the YouTube description below here. It is a free software called f.lux, L-U-X. You're going to install that. You're going to put in your GPS coordinates, your longitude and latitude, which Google Maps can help you find. And then from there, you're gonna set it to however dim you want to be in the evening. I prefer to go as dim as possible. I find that like candlelight setting is a little too much, and it's hard to actually, and maybe I'll work up to this, but I find that really very difficult to still look at the screen. So find the middle ground that works for you in terms of how much blue light you want to remove. But then again, you want to remove that blue light in the evenings and then have it come back up and rise throughout the day. And so again, that program is f.lux. It'll be linked down below, and it is a free program. Other people use blue light blockers for glasses. I think these are really beneficial if you're, it's difficult for me because I have glasses and don't wear contacts, and so I can't really put those over top. I can't purchase specific ones that have my prescription in it. That's just a big cost factor, and I think I'll eventually just get these eyes LASIK'd or PRK'd. But some people will use the blue light blocking glasses throughout the day if they're in a high artificial light environment, because that can reduce some of that exposure to the artificial light, which can cause its own issues, which we won't get into today. But they can also use it in the evening if they're watching TV or movies or anything like that. And again, that's just going to help to reduce that blue light, reduce that cortisol in the evening, help melatonin peak so that you sleep better, you wake up more refreshed. Again, this is not going to be an overnight change. You're not going to start this on a Friday and your world's going to be changed on Monday. This is something you got to be consistent with, and it should be built into your daily life. And it's over a period of, a month or so that you'll start to kind of notice some changes. So I hope you guys enjoyed these practical tips. Start them. I want to hear how you're doing with them in the comment section below. And if you could, like, subscribe, and share this with your friends, and I will see you guys next time.